Eminem is back with another single leading up to the highly anticipated release, The Death of Slim Shady, which he just announced is releasing, I believe is July 12th. I gotta double check that. I'll look at it in a second. But this new song that he released that's called Tobey features two other Detroit legends, Babytron and Big Sean. And the song, from what I gather when I did my research on this, is actually a throwaway from the Lyrical Lemonade compilation that came out last year that featured Doomsday 2 and a bunch of dudes. I guess that song was like supposed to just have Babytron and Big Sean on it, and Eminem decided to attach a verse on it at the end of the song. I'm not sure this song's going on his album, and honestly, if we're being dead honest, I actually really hope that this song does not go on his album. Let me explain to you before you Eminem fans come for my neck, because I am actually a hardcore Eminem fan. I grew up with Eminem. He's one of my top favorite rappers of all time. And when he announced the death of the Slim Shady LP, and he dropped the single Houdini, for me, I was really, really hoping that what we would basically get is a 2024 version of the Eminem Show, which is, for me, one of my all-time favorite Eminem albums, all-time favorite hip-hop albums, all-time favorite albums, period. Like, if I made a top 10 list of favorite albums of all time, the Eminem Show would be on there. So with that said, there's a lot of pressure for Eminem to deliver a certain type of music for a certain audience, which is me. At the same time, it's 2024. You know, we are 23 years removed from the Eminem Show. Times are different. Sounds are different. And I understand that he has to cater to an audience. And I understand there's a balance there. And that's kind of how I feel about this particular track, Tobey, because he's going back to, I guess not back to, but he's still using the choppy flows. He's rapping over the modern kind of sound, even though this song doesn't really have any drums, which is something I thought was interesting. It's one of those tracks that it's the typical zeitgeist of what hip hop sounds like right now. And for me, when it comes to Eminem, he's always somebody who's always been an outlier when it comes to hip hop and having a sound that is 100% unique to him, which is why I was excited about Houdini, because Houdini was like, okay, he's going back to a sound that only he can make. That's only unique to Eminem. When you go back and listen to like the Marshall Mathers LP and the Eminem Show and all that stuff, like that's a sound that literally not a single other artist was able to recreate. They've tried. You got the Hobsons, you got the Tyler, the Creators, et cetera, so forth, but no one has ever actually been able to recreate the sound of those projects. And it's something that I really miss about Eminem, because his more modern albums are something that like caters to the modern sound, and he collabs with modern artists. And I'm not saying that he has to go like old school and classic, but he has to find that sound that only he can make, like that unique Eminem tone that only Eminem can do. I really think that that's what I want from this album. And so with the single, it's like, I really hope that he hits that note. This single doesn't make me feel like he is. It makes it sound like he's going to be doing something more similar to his recent sound, like on Music to Be Murdered By and his other recent projects. And honestly, if it comes out that way, that's fine, I guess. But like I said, I'd be a little disappointed, because I'm hoping for like a reimagining / recreation / reboot of the Eminem Show, which is what I got when I heard Houdini. All in all, the song's fine. Like, it's not like something that's like super mind blowing to me. It's not bad though either. Big Sean is definitely rapping his ass off on this track, and I feel bad for Big Sean, because Big Sean definitely was gearing up a whole rollout. I don't even think you guys even remember that he dropped a song called Precision right around the time that the Drake and Kendrick beef popped off. And the song's dope. Honestly, it's like one of the probably cooler songs of the summer. Take my shot like pew, pew, pew. But it got completely eclipsed by Kendrick dropping Euphoria later that week. So I kind of feel for Big Sean. I'm glad that he's getting some extra shine in this boost from Eminem. And I really hope that we get an album from him sometime very, very soon. It looks like we probably will. He's definitely gearing up for something. And all in all, I think that Big Sean is extremely underrated at this point. I think that his rapping has improved significantly over the course of his career, to where like when Big Sean first came out, I really did not like him. I was not a Big Sean fan. I actually would use the word hate. I hated Big Sean. But over the course of his career, his growth, the things he's gone through, and his maturity, his last couple albums are extremely impressive, and his rapping ability has improved immensely. And so it's dope to me to see him, collab with Eminem on this track. They're both from Detroit, both doing their thing. And Babytron, I don't know a lot about him, so it's interesting to be exposed to him because I'll probably check out a little bit more of his stuff. I think it's dope. I think all in all, the song does what it needs to do. I just, like I said, I just secretly hope that the song does not end up on the album, because if so, I hope it's the only song on the album like that. Like, I really hope that the album doesn't sound like this song. I really want to get some old school Eminem vibes on here, like some Dr. Dre, Eminem, Bass Brothers kind of tones on this album. But we'll see, man. The album's coming out here pretty soon. He's in full rollout swing. We will be doing a reaction review on this page, so make sure you guys follow and like for that. But what did you guys think about this album? What did you guys think about this song? Not this album. The album's not out yet. What did you guys think about the song? Let me know in the comments. Eminem. Also, let's talk about Eminem's verse real quick before I get out of here. I think the thing about it comes down to the fact that Eminem definitely carries a chip on his shoulder that he's always carried his entire career when it comes to like his place and his legacy in the game. And it's one of those things where Eminem is by far one of the best rappers of all time, period. Doesn't matter if he's white, black, purple, brown, green, blue. He's one of the best rappers of all time, period. And this is like from a technical standpoint, because you can't really talk about it from a subjective point, because music, for the most part, is a subjective experience. But if we're talking from a technical aspect, like actual rapping ability, Eminem is one of the best rappers of all time, period. And when you couple that with record sales and impact, it's undeniable that Eminem is clearly one of the best to do it, period. Now, is he number 1 on your list? Is he number 5 on your list? Is he number 10 on your list? Is he number 18 on your list? That's up to you. But he's on your list. He has to be on your list simply because of the fact of what this man has done. And I know there's already people who are watching this and seeing this who disagree with me, who believe that Eminem doesn't belong on the list. But it's one of those things where it's like, man, if you look at what this dude has done, he's done more than what a lot of black rappers have done for hip hop. And his impact is undeniable. And so Eminem kind of addresses that on this song, as he kind of been doing a lot lately. But he's been addressing his position on the list. He mentions Melly Mel. And it's a lot to digest, but it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like Eminem deserves to talk a little bit of shit about his spot, because he never wavered, man. This dude's like 50 now, 52, something like that. This dude's old now, man. And he's still doing this for the sake of hip hop. He's still doing it for the culture. He's still doing it for the sake of loving what he does. And that's something that you really, really just have to appreciate, man, because he's one of the few people who are still shining light on traditional hip hop for what it stands for and what it has. If you look at hip hop now, these new school rappers don't care on that level. They really don't. And that's fine, because they're not necessarily expected to. But Eminem is carrying a legacy that, where you look at his legacy, look at his impact, look at how much he cares. It's like, man, you got to give the boy his props and his respect. But I would love to know how you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Is Tobey trash? Is it fire? Is it mid? What do you think about the Death of Slim Shady coming up here soon? Are you going to cop it? What do you think about Big Sean's verse? I want to know all these questions, the answers to these questions I'm asking you, so let me know. Hope you guys are doing well. See you soon. Peace.